Hello everybody. This is Senex alongside Pull, bringing you a Terran versus Protoss on the 6 mineral field and 1 high yield gas version of Cloud Kingdom that I have never actually cast a game on. How about you, Pull?
It was like coffee mode right there. You like said everything I could have possibly said. God, you took every line. I was sitting there. I was like, okay, he's talking about the map. Okay. Now he says we've never done it before. Now he said, I was like, crap, there goes everything. Alright, anyways, what's up,
I need that little
guys?
meme of like, take all the talking points. Like,
Yeah. Oh man, I'm all out of things to say. I'm just gonna go eat another carrot. Okay, so anyways, the match is being played between a Terran player, fluxLegend, and of course his teammate, fluxPuzo, which is a Protoss player. So, gonna obviously be an excellent match. I'm sure these guys have played together tons. They're on the same team or clan. I actually don't know what Flux is. Do you know anything about Flux?
I have not heard of it, unfortunately.
Okay.
But this is one of the recommended replays in Baron's just a few resources per base replays and VOD thread. That's definitely a place that if any of you folks in the audience have really good replays, definitely submit them to Baron for being posted in that thread, or even just post them there yourself. He'll add it to the main page. It's a really good place for casters like us to find awesome content to bring to everybody on YouTube, and even right now live streaming.
Yeah. Those of you watching this stream, if you do have replays, obviously you can post them in the thread, but you could also email them to me if you want to at poolstarcraft@gmail.com, just so you guys know.
Also to me at wiseoldsenex@gmail.com.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know if you wanted them to know your email or not. So
No, it's fine, dude. Having people send me stuff is awesome.
Yeah, so obviously, I'm not obvious. Well, yeah, obviously, but already, yeah, we see a command center first from our Terran player. Now, after the, I'd say for about the past month or so, and especially after MLG, builds like this have been getting a really more popular from Terran versus Protoss, which going for that first CC. Of course, eventually moving up to 2 Raxes and having some bunkers to defend against the Protoss players, and they've actually, I would say, been pretty good builds. What do you think about them?
I think the command center first is definitely viable. The one critical thing is you need to scout your opponent.
Oh yeah.
I actually casted a game just a little while ago where the Terran goes command center first, and he doesn't scout at all, and it's like totally praying, like, please don't let my opponent scout what I'm doing, because if it had been like a 6-pull in that game or something, it would have been just totally over. However, right now we actually see 2 Zealots being chrono boosted out, but this one SCV running around looking at that does see it right there, and I don't think this wall is going to be brought down anytime soon. I think that this is going to transform into an orbital right where it is, and the Marines are going to need to be rallied back behind the barracks, which they're not right now. Otherwise, the Zealot is going to be able to get right in their face, and right now Legend really does not want to open that supply depot at all.
Yeah, he needs to be careful. We do see a bunker, however, being produced for our Terran player, so he will be safe. Like you said, the 2 Zealots are on their way, and actually, Puzzle might even make a pylon down there. Does he have a warp gate researched? Yeah, no, he's not even halfway done with warp gate, so probably won't be doing the pylon thing, at least not yet. Now, it does look like, is he moving that sentry? Did he even make? Oh, he's actually supply. Oh god, he's supply blocked right now. And he was making a sentry. Did he cancel it? Do you see a sentry up?
No, the sentry was just held up by the supply block, so right now we just have the 2 Zealots running around kind of being poked at by the Marines. For those who have played StarCraft Master, you know that obviously even just 2 Marines can kill 3 Marines can kill 2 Zealots if microed properly, so it does look like Puzo's going to need to pull back from there. He's just trying to delay the expansion for as long as possible.
Yes, so obviously this has been a relatively okay aggression from our Protoss player, especially as long as he keeps the Zealots alive. And like you said, just denying that expansion as long as he can.
And Dakota leaves the game in disgust. He's just totally had enough of this, because as we see, they're actually cloaked of Banshees on the way, which is a very interesting decision from Legend. He's going to be very thin on defense, particularly since right now there is no bunker at the front, so if these 2 Zealots were to push in, they might be able to make something happen at the moment. There's also this one probe moving out across the map, and Wargate research is done, so there might really be some pressure coming towards the Terran player, but with Banshees on the way, particularly with enough money to reinvest in Cloak, that could be really, really bad. There's right now no robotics even started yet.
Yeah, as long as our Terran player can hold on to this bunker and this base down here with his Marines and SCVs, he should be okay. And then, of course, once he gets that sorry, not Banshee out to do the harassment, he will be in a relatively good position. Of course, we'll see how Puzo handles his aggression right now.
This is a really big attack force shaping up right now. 2 sentries with enough energy for 3 force fields. Those will have to be perfectly placed, but if they are, they will definitely be able to get through here. Right now, Guardian Shield going down, so using up some of those force fields. One pretty nice force field, but good repairs still going down in that bunker. Not quite enough, though. The bunker is brought down. However, all the Zealots have already been killed, though a large number of SCVs going down, so this was probably worth it, even if it doesn't totally break it. That was definitely a cost-effective attack, though. With all of these, is that bunker going to go down? It actually does go down. Is this front door just going to be broken?
Wow, it does look like that's going to be the case. Of course, now the Banshee is out, but against a group of Stalkers, it's not going to survive. And Legend here really misrallying a few units and sacrificed actually a lot of SCVs that last fight for really nothing. Probably going to be forced to lift off this orbital. Yeah, he does lift it off, and will be bringing it back to the wall. Hopefully we'll manage to get it down before his Protoss blade does get up and under the CC.
The wall is not quite as useful, though, when your opponent has a lot of Stalkers, because you can just stand back and pick away at it and not have to go particularly far up the ramp. I do like one of the little background plays that we see from Puzo. The second he saw a Banshee on the field, he immediately made a robotics. Though we do see a couple of Hellions going in just for a little bit of a counterattack, and actually these probes getting really lined up, so Protoss does have to watch out for that. Several of them going down already, so this nice little piece of... no! They all stack up on a mineral patch, and when we look at the units killed, it's actually 9 workers killed right in that attack, so not equalizing it quite yet, but a nice little bit of harassment for just 2 Hellions.
Yeah, most definitely. They killed way too many than what they should have killed right there. I think Protoss should have been able to hold on to his probes a little bit better there, but all is going to be quite alright. We do see actually 3 command centers here. We do see 1 for the natural and then 1 for the third from our Terran players. So if he can manage to hold on, not get completely crushed and contained for too long, in the end, I think he'll end up doing better economically, obviously, because he has another base up. He just needs to be able to hold on and really do enough damage with these Banshees in the cloak.
Yeah,
that's going to kind of be I think the deciding factor here. So sorry for interrupting you there.
No, it's fine. What I'm kind of waiting for right now is for Puzo to just kind of go kill Legend, though, because we just look at what he's defending with. It's a Marine, 2 Hellions, and a Banshee without cloak. Like, I do know that there's a little bit of paranoia you need to have, just kind of like, does my opponent have cloak? Because it is on the way right now. So maybe wanting to get the Observer up there before you commit to the attack. But I do think that Puzo could practically just 1A up the ramp and win right now. I really don't know what he's holding back for. And it actually does look like he's going for the attack right now.
Yeah, now it's going to be really hard for Legend to hold on. I feel like he should probably have a bunker. However, he does get a good conclave and, of course, the high ground vision, giving him an excellent advantage there. I'm really actually surprised that he hasn't built a bunker there at that wall.
Yeah,
I mean, he could just salvage it, so I don't know why he doesn't.
I think it's because though actually he does have the 1 Marauder now, so yeah, I do think that you're right. Even for just 1 Marauder and 1 Marine, the extra bit of protection and range would be very worthwhile. I do think that one piece of Puzo's play that could be definitely put to better use would be to chrono boost all of his warp gates right now. Ooh. Yep, the 1 Banshee in the background does go down right there. An Immortal on the way, actually, which could be another good place to invest the Chrono energy. But because he doesn't need as many overall probes, the Chrono boost just always being on your Nexus, like we see with a lot of Protoss players, isn't quite as needed. Though, actually, in the front, wow, a huge break on the Contain that I totally was not looking at.
Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you.
Dude, totally interrupt me when critical things are going on stream, man.
My bad. I will. Yeah, obviously we saw the 3 Banshees cloaking up and were able to push back the Protoss army simply because he did not have any detection up there. Because he, for some reason, refuses to make more than... Oh, actually, he does have 2 observers. So
he's not bringing them both with the army, which I think is a little bit of an odd decision. You do generally want one of those back for, the cloaked Banshee, which is in his natural, eating popcorn with missiles. Props to everybody who gets that reference.
Yeah. Oh, I feel like an idiot for not getting the reference.
Dana at a certain point, like... And right now, these observers are just kind of like hanging out together, providing
Yeah,
twice the detection. If you had a Dark Templar beneath a mothership, you would still be able
oh,
to see it with these observers.
and it does look like one Banshee went down in the main base of Puzzle, which did a ton of damage there. Let's go look at the workers killed. 26 workers killed. So Legend managing to take the advantage as far as workers kills, or like take the lead, perhaps, with the workers killed. It does look like Legend will possibly lose another Banshee. No, manages to hold on to this one at the natural, which currently has 7 kills and is just giving his Protoss opponent so much hell right now.
Yeah, I do think that Puzo needs to just maybe invest in 1 or 2 pieces of static defense, or just like separate his army a little bit. Take like 2 stalkers, leave it. Whoa, did he just kill his own? Yeah, okay. He totally just turned and blasted his own stalker for no reason, commenting on it. Fuck.
I missed it completely.
But yeah,
I
I do
missed
think
it, by
that
the way.
if he just took a couple of units and just left them at the natural, he'd be able to deal with his Banshee. But instead, he's being completely contained.
Yeah, he's definitely or not containing, but over defending right now. Of course, for our Terran player, we do see like 4 bunkers at his natural, with like very few bio units. Of course, he has a ton of Raxes right now, so he'll be adding on more bio. And really interesting, he has such a huge group of Hellions there.
I don't quite know
I
what he's
mean,
going for with that, because
yeah, I don't know why he has those.
yeah, like
They're not good at defending.
if his opponent was going for like
And
mass charge lots, I would kind of vaguely
yeah,
understand. But I mean, he with the cloaked banshees has been able to scout his opponent's army like 7 times, and at least at one of those points, he should have been like, "Do you have any zealots at all? No. I should probably not be making things that are good against zealots."
yeah. I mean, maybe he just wants to have them for like the I guess opportunity to harass, especially when his Protoss opponent decides to go for an attack. He might not realize that the Hellions are all over the map, or it could be at any corner, and
So
come in
real
and kill
quick
like
to
every
interrupt,
single
right now
yep.
there are 2 banshees right in the main base, and we're kind of harassing that third, but they got taken down very, very well. Now finally some good army
Hellions
split ups
in the
going on.
natural.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry, there were a ton of Hellions in the natural right there, and he sent every single one of them in there to do some probe killing. Of course, they did get cleaned up. I actually don't know how many workers he was able to kill. He only killed a few. He sacrificed all those Hellions for nothing.
And right now the army of Protoss moving out right across the map, and I really just... Though I don't know, with like mass repair and all marauders against this force, we're running into a very bizarre game. Each player making a
Yeah.
couple of weird decisions, but in other places just hard countering what their opponent is doing. We actually do see a hidden base for Legend going up in the top left, and a huge worker transfer getting intercepted, not only losing a whole bunch of SCVs with that
Oh
blink,
my
but also
God.
obviously revealing that there's a hidden base somewhere around here for Protoss to go
no.
kill.
So many workers killed right there.
Not
Oh
one of them
God.
got away. That was brutal. Though a huge counterattack going into the third. Protoss pulling back. I think that's a huge mistake. Because right now, and actually, wait, lining them up. Oh, no. Huge. What? No. So many workers killed. 57 workers killed by Legend. Though now these Stalkers are finally back to say something. And Legend's forces have gotten really, unfortunately, split up. Though he is going to kill this third and has kind of defended his own third just by putting pressure on his opponent.
Wow, that was so cool right there. Just to see the Protoss player taking out so many workers, and then of course our Terran player in return returning him the favor.
This is
Of course,
just
now he
such a,
doesn't need to worry about that third.
this is such
is
a
in
bizarre
really
game.
awkward position. Sorry, go ahead.
This is just such a bizarre game. Like,
Yeah.
I'm really confused as to what's going to happen next. The main is totally mined out for Legend. That's definitely something important to keep in mind. I'd love to see him lift up that orbital and try to put it somewhere. His natural is also totally oversaturated. That worker transfer that he was trying to get going would have been very, very nice, though. Obviously, all of them were killed. And right now, Puzo just trying to retake his own third.
Yeah, I feel like maybe these players just play against each other so much that they just have these crazy builds that they just like troll each other with, or like know what each other is going to do, and then perhaps our Puzo always goes for mass zealots or something. So that's why Legend went for so many Hellions. But
Yep.
either way,
And then Puzo totally didn't go for it for like a mind game of a mind game, and like
yeah, it's just like a ton of mind games going on right now. But either way, it's been a really fun match so far. Of course, I do feel like well, oh my God, we totally missed that third getting taken out.
Oh
I
yeah,
saw the
whoops.
stalkers going up there, but yeah, obviously we see Puzo was able to take out the third of the Terran player with relative ease, considering Terran didn't have anything over there to defend with.
Yeah, I would like to see him with the actually. He has a very, very large bioforce right now, and really, I'm worried
Yeah,
that Puzo has not been advancing his tech in quite the rate that he needs to be. Right now, there's a huge number of Blink Stalkers, which works great against the kind of weird mechish play that we had
yeah,
been seeing with constant Hellion production off of just that one reactored factory that had been working for so long, but now all of these stalkers with just a +1 attack upgrade against this massive group of marauders, complete with ghosts for EMP, is going to be a totally one-sided slaughter fest in favor of Legend.
yeah. So we do see Legend here, of course, being tracked by that observer, moving down towards where the fourth base of his Protoss opponent is, and Puzo does not want to get caught out of position. Actually, cancels both of those, the pylon and the Nexus there.
Yeah, we
Now
do
it
see the
doesn't.
engagement starting right at the top of the ramp. The ghosts going down almost immediately. However, they did land a couple of really nice EMPs. Though right now, a lot of the bio in the back is just running around, not really doing that
Yeah.
much. It just might not be quite enough, though. The not Marauders, the Immortals doing a ton of damage to the Marauders. And with this last Warbin of Zealots, that one huge bio attack, which really might have kind of been all the juice that Legend had left, though actually he did take his third behind this, so
Yeah.
that one major attack would be totally cleaned up.
Yeah, so very back and forth right here. Of course, both of these players are have just now traded armies, but we do see a Colossus on the field for our Protoss player. Meanwhile, there are no Vikings in production for our Terran, and he's gonna have to figure out a way to deal with them because Marine Marauder just does not handle a lot of Colossi.
There is unfortunately not Thermal Lance on the way right now, which I do think
Okay.
is going to be a critical upgrade in the next several minutes, because without it, Marauders, I think, are actually, yeah, they're both range 6, so Marauders are being equal range to Colossus, means that the Colossus can be very, very easily taken down by stimmed bio forces.
Now there is the Thermal Lance upgrade in
Or Colossus can be
production.
easily taken down, I should say, sorry.
Yeah, we know what you meant. But anyways, just look like Terran is going for this fourth base again. And will he force the cancel? He actually does not force that cancel. And there we go at the top of the ramp. Ooh, wow, I'm so surprised that Protoss is engaging like this. Very, very, very risky right there. Terran manages to push back the Protoss and will go for this fourth. Will he manage to kill it? Does not kill it, however, it does get canceled and delays the fourth even longer.
That's true. The just general base denial has been slowly working in Legend's favor. He's now up to 104 supply against just 83 of his opponent. And though Thermal Lance is now on the way with +2 weapons, with just the 1/1 on the way for the Terran player. So this one Bioforce, if it doesn't make something happen soon, it's now kind of posturing around in the bottom of the ramp, might find itself in a lot of trouble.
And here's the Ghost getting off a really decent EMP right there. Manages to get the Immortal, and the Colossi with this, oh god, with the force fields are just smushing together so many Terran units. However, enough medevacs are there to do plenty of healing on the bio units, and it does look like a Terran player manages to take out the entire army of his Protoss opponent. However, there's one more Colossi, not going to manage to do enough. And down goes this Nexus here pretty shortly, I'm sure. That might be GG.
Yeah, I do think it's going to be very, very difficult for just 3 Zealots and a whole bunch of probes to deal with this stimmed bio force. If there's one thing that stimmed bio is good at, it's killing stuff. And right now there is not very much stuff left for them to be killing off. And yeah, as you said, the one Nexus going down. I do think we're going to see the, yep, there it is, the GG.
There we go. Alright, guys. Thanks for tuning in to that game. This is Pool. You can always find me at youtube.com/PoolSC as well as twitch.tv/PoolSC. And Cynics, where can they find you?
You can find me at YouTube, www.youtube.com/wiseoldsenex, and I will get my Twitch TV going at some point soon, but not yet. And so I will get back to you guys later on when I'm actually, streaming with any regularity and stuff like that.
Alright, thanks guys for tuning in. This is Pool signing out.
Peace.